visiting sideline, their head coach. His guy's in a bit of a hole here, 2-4 through 6 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guy's stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. On the carry, this is Scott. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 20 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Here's 3rd and 10.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
To the air, Williams. And a completion to Wilson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
A gain of 5.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
A gain of a yard.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 77 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 13. 67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They juked him. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Scott. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Now Cade York for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing is Williams. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Cardinals still looking for that first win, 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, you know, topic 1, this team never...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Saints to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Jackson's pass.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
46-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson now. They'll get this one to Pittman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. B.J. Ojulari just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Will Johnson there on the coverage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
A 33-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Now Williams. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Brian Brzee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock, they got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
A gain of 14.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll get this out wide to Scott.
Jackson's pass complete to number 28. A gain of 2 brings up second and 13.
Now it's Jackson.
At the 44-yard line.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson. That's complete to DK. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw, Williams. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. Now Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
A loss of 2 yards leads
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down at the Cardinals' 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33.
1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And Jackson throwing once more. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Walter Nolan busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. York able to send this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
A final shot before break. Williams is going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now at Ford Field in Detroit. The Lions at home to take on the Jaguars.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Cardinals first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
To the air, Williams. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A little juke. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. They go play action with Jackson. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. B.J. Ojulari picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot.
Under pressure, they got him again. Walter Nolan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing is Williams. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Cardinals.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Oh, wide open receiver, it's Harrison. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. From the 38 now, here's a second down and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a completion to Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll fake it on a jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that's going to tie us at 13. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A spin. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Saints first down. A gain of 16 yards.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Jackson. They'll get this out wide to Scott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To number 28. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw again is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Now receiver in motion left. Here's Scott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Henry Toho
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4.
An 18-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Off the play fake, it's Williams. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw, Williams. Pass complete there to Harrison. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That's quickly out to Harrison. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Harrison Jr. No gain.
Here's Minshew.
2nd and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
Now Minshew. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now he's going to step, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Gardner Minshew, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but
It felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. B.J. Ojulari able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Scott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Saints.
From the gun, it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. B.J. Ojulari. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. Well, that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Minshew sets to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they take a knee. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
That's another Cardinals first down.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Cardinals, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.